We have a community of around 26,000 investors using our tools and investing in non-listed companies. So it's basically opening up a new asset class for retail investors to can now invest in private companies.
And tell me a little bit about Aktionariat. What do you do?
99% of all the stock operations are not listed on an exchange, and we make them tradable.
Wow. Okay, so explain that to me. Give me a bit more detail.
We can use blockchain technology to create markets for non-listed shares, which makes shares that are issued in the form of a token very easy tradable directly on the website of the companies.
So give me an example of that. How would I end up with those kinds of shares, and why would I want to sell them, and how would I transfer them? Just talk me through that.
So let's say you're a private company, so an SME or a startup, and your shares are not listed.
Yeah.
But you see some value in trading your shares because you maybe want to unlock the liquidity premium. You could use our technology and create a market for your shares directly on your website. So you could use it to fundraise directly through your website, but also to really have some transfers, some trading going on your website for your shares in a very cost-efficient way.
Wow. Okay. And so what kinds of people are engaging with your platform, or companies? How's that developing?
We have a very broad range of companies using our tools, from sports clubs to startups, but also some very well-established SMEs. They use our tools either to raise funds or to execute a employee participation plan, but also just to have their shares traded. And on the other hand, we have investors. We have a community of around 26,000 investors using our tools and investing in non-listed companies. So it's basically opening up a new asset class for retail investors to can now invest in private companies.
Wow. Why did you set this up? What made you set this business up?
We just believe in the fundamentals of blockchain technology, the openness, the transparency, the efficiency that it brings. And we really wanted to leverage this technology, the advantages of this technology, in a space where there is still a lot of room for improvement. And this is private markets.
And what do you think this? How do you think this will develop for the market and for clients? Because you're opening up a whole new opportunity. Tell me where you see the future.
I see a future where basically all assets, all financial instruments will be issued on a blockchain, because the settlement is just much more efficient and, as a matter of fact, also more cost efficient. So we're looking forward to a bright future, and very excited about the latest developments in the blockchain space, especially in the space of real world assets being tokenized.
And you're speaking at AssetRush. Tell me your experience of AssetRush. How would you describe it to someone who's never seen it before, never heard of it?
AssetRush is one of the best events with the topic of like financial markets, investments, high density of decision makers in the audience, which of course is always great, but then also quite a few very innovative companies and entrepreneurs presenting. So it's a very high quality event.
And it feels like there's a lot of energy at the event. It doesn't feel like another finance event, does it?
It feels like a mix between a finance event and some kind of party.
That's very true. Why do you think now is a good time for your company?
Oh, very good question. So we are working on an extension. So especially the whole secondary market trading part, we're working on that to enhance the solution on that end. So this will be a perfect opportunity to at least tease this new solution, or even showcase it live on stage.
Very nice. Is there anything else that you want to leave people with? Because there will be some people thinking, should I go to AssetRush? Tell me why I should say, actually, I'm going to go.
In the future, all the financial assets, all the securities will be issued on a blockchain. So if you want to build some knowledge around this topic, you should come to the event and learn how this is done, what the advantages, what the disadvantages are, out of first hand from a company that has a lot of traction and has tokenized more than 50 companies with more than 26,000 investors and has quite some track record in this field.